Aries, as some of you know, and if you don't, then you're new to the channel. Hello, if you're new to the channel. The rest of you, you know, I have an Aries boy. He's got friends coming who are staying the night. I've just been preparing the room, and I am preparing myself. I don't know if you know, and let me know in the comments what it's like to bring up an Aries child. It's like, for a poor old Pisces like me. Yeah, there are very good points to it. Everything is up front. Your arguments are over very quickly. I like that. It's very, there's no grudges. Okay. Nice. But by God, whew, full on. No, I won't calm down. Right. You get 2 oracle cards as your overall energy. You get the Dream Thief, which is a really weird card. I mean, every time I see this, I just think, my God, what is that? That's like some kind of late night absinthe. What would it be like if we mixed a monkey with an eagle? Anywho, Dream Thief, refusal of the call. I know what this card means because I get this card myself sometimes. I'm noting that it's number 13, which of course in the old tarot, I think that's the death card, isn't it? Big change. Big smoking hot change. Saturn went into your sign. My commiserations. It came out of my sign and it went into your sign. And apart from raising an Aries, my best friend is an Aries who lives over there at the bottom of the road. And I genuinely felt for like the collective Aries, because when you have Saturn in your sign, I think it's in your sign until about September, then it's back into Pisces, then it's back into yours again for like another couple of years. Very much this whole refusal of the call and what Saturn means, and think of Saturn as the health and safety executive of your life. And for an Aries, that's not always welcome. Saturn is necessary because there is a call, okay? So, and it's not necessarily to do something particularly glamorous or interesting. Well, it's a call to do something worthy. I know, what a word. But worthy of you and worthy of who you've become, okay? Saturn calls on us to be to dig deep, actually. It's not even to be our best selves. It's just to dig deep. It's a sign that will test you, okay, over the next couple of years, I suppose. Look up the dates for how long it's in your sign. But, you know, it's a lot, as they say on maths. It will test you, sometimes right to the edge. You're like, oh my God, I can't get a break with this. The other card you get, though, which I'm quite pleased, even though it's equally as mad, you get Caterpillar, which is opportunity, okay? Within this whole Saturnian whatnot, there is an opportunity for you. And let me just put these cards away so that I'm not falling over myself, and I'll show you the cards in a minute on the table as well. Yeah, it's an opportunity dressed up as a chore. Okay, think of it that way. Once Aries gets into adulthood, because I'm seeing this with the boy, things get more rounded off. You know, you're not always kind of champing at the bit and it needs to be now and all the rest of it. You calm down, like everybody, you just sort of even out a bit. And so you know that not everything is gratifying immediately or even in the midterm. I know, I can't believe I'm delivering this news to you, Aries, of all people. Oh, that's nice, though. This is nice. This is nice. Okay, look, you get the High Priestess, who actually looks like she's made of a column. Quite like that. And I've used a cheery tarot for you today. I've used the Sarsaparilla. I will also maybe use my not so cheery one, depending on whether we need some shadow and stuff. Either way, High Priestess, here you are, Aries. Aries has a keen sense of intuition, and I'd be very grateful if you let me know in the comments, what is your sense of intuition like, Aries? because it's not the same as a Pisces one, because I've watched it in the boy and my friend as well. It's like you have an incredibly realistic sense of intuition. It's still intuition, but it's really, really real, kind of visceral. So think of yourself as being in High Priestess mode, okay? And when you're in High Priestess mode, it's as much about what you can't see as what you can see. In fact, it's more what you can't see than what you can see. If you can see it, it's probably not important. If you can't, you kind of have to go within. I know. Aries is quite an external sign. You're cardinal, which means you kick things off, you start things, you get things going. But this is calling on you to be more kind of, I suppose, introverted, but not in a become more shy kind of a way, but literally come in on yourself. The next card I get is delightful. Mars in Pisces. You put the phone down first. Here we are with the 10 of Cups. This bastion of 2.14 or whatever children that we have here in 1950s styly. 10 of Cups is your fizzy everything. It's your happy ever after, but it can be however that happy ever after looks for you. It could be the old nuclear family, white picket fence, whatever. Not usually with Aries, but it could be. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting that. It could be you and your dog in that flat that you've been looking at for years, or whatever, okay? Whatever your end goal is. And our end goal is never our end goal, because as humans, our end goals, we keep pushing them forward for more end goals, as we should. You got to have something to look forward to get out of bed in the morning, let's face it. So with this 10 of Cups, whatever your end goal is, you should be thinking about it now in terms of the long term, not in terms of the short term. So I'd say not days, not weeks. You know, I'm not saying that we need to sit down and say, now then, have you thought about your 5-year plan? I hope not. I'm not talking about 5-year plans and that kind of boring chuff, but I'm talking about having an overview and not letting whatever is going on in the short term really knock you off that course, okay? Because Saturn can really make you just so exasperated and so annoyed that you can really just think, I just need to sidestep this. I just need to shortcut this. I just need this off my plate. Okay, try not to do that. And then you get this rather gorgeous 6 of Swords. And in the 6 of Swords, and I like this as well for you, it shows that you're moving from a patch of quite choppy water to, I'm not going to say smoother water, because for one, you don't get that in this card. You do in the Rider-Waite. In the Rider-Waite, you'll see it's got like choppy water on one side, smooth sailing on the other. I don't feel like it's going to be like smooth sailing, and that's okay. But I feel like it's going to be different water. You know, some days it just needs to be different. It doesn't need to be better, because some days it's not going to be better, but you do want it to be different, okay? What's this opportunity, please? Tell us a bit about the opportunity. And remember, the Dream Thief is a refusal of the call. So you have a call, okay? Incoming, you have a call. And it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. But try to lean into it rather than away from it. That's weird. As I said, lean away from it, I picked up that card of someone leaning away from something. Yeah. Okay. I like this. Let me just move me crystals. Connection. So when you think about whatever your call is, it's got a big sense of connection. So this could be that you're called to teach, that you're called to do group activity work. you're called to work with the collective, whatever it is for you. It's a call, you know, Three of Cups. We like it. It's a call. Four of Swords. Four of Swords. Four of Swords. The Four of Swords. This is about not fighting against the current. Aries are born fighters. You fight for the underdog. You will go against the current and you don't give a shit. That's what you're like. And I like you for that. But there's something here, not fighting the good fight. Just because Saturn also saps your strength with the amount of testing that it does to you. Just remember, in the very old-fashioned sense, to, you know, take your weight off, have a Twix and a cup of tea when you need to. But at other times, the Eight of Pentacles, there's going to be some really hard work. Real hard work and real slog. But it's good slog. It's Aries slog. And Aries slog is good slog. Okay? Good, honest slog. Let me show you the cards. Nice. I'm going to look at love and relationships down here. Okay? There will be an extended love reading after I've done that. So if you want that, you can get the link in the description box. I'm just finding my red tarot, because that is the colour for Aries, because you're ruled by Mars. Is it your favourite colour? Let me know in the comments. I love these things. I love to know, like, is it really Aries' favourite colour when they say it's red? You'd be like, actually, it's green. Okay, let's put those there. Love. Coming into the erection section. Scarlet Rose Tarot. Chicka chicka. Chicka chicka. Okay. Someone actually said in the comments, because I was drinking a coffee when I did theirs, have you got something in that coffee? I was like, oh my God. Is that what people think? Oh my God. It's an oh my God, itchy nose moment. Right. 10 of Cups. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That is nice. Now, I don't know as well. How romantic are Aries? I don't know a romantic Aries. But maybe it's like a very private thing. So let me know. But what I'm trying to say is this looks like quite lovey-dovey for me. To get the 10 of Cups twice is a really, really nice Brucey bonus. So I'm not going to diminish it and say that it could mean this and it could mean that. If you are single, this is an excellent sign. If you are in a relationship, this is like an uptick. This is really, really nice. Not messing about. It's just yes. It's a yes followed by a yes. It's kind of 10 out of 10 and 10 out of 10. So if you're single, I would encourage you to do whatever Aries do. What do you think of online dating, Aries? I'm not sure if I can see you doing that. I would think that an Aries was better off meeting somebody, you know, out and about. But that means you've got to get out and about. But remember, you did get the Three of Cups, the connection card, friendships. And also, if you are looking to level up in your career, when we're talking about the call, I forgot to say this, it will come through friends and connections rather than just, you know, sticking your CV onto Indeed or whatever. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. This is nice. I like any pentacles actually in a love reading, especially if we've got, you know, like the 10 of Cups is a bit like a champagne cork popping off. And then it's like, oh, we need to get back down to earth and balance it out a bit. And you're thinking, do we? Yeah, we do in the long term. So we have Knight of Pentacles, which is a steady, kind of slow pace with the King of Wands. It didn't last, did it? King of Wands, he's not going at a slow pace. This is somebody, I mean, it can represent you because King of Wands is very much a fire sign card. It's also somebody who's very comfortable in their own skin. So this can be meeting somebody very quickly, or it can be somebody who is confident that you already know. Maybe this is someone that you're kind of friendly with or something, or it's just going slow. This is someone who's happy in their own skin, they're confident, they really quite suit you, to be honest, King of Wands, because they know what they want. One thing I've known, particularly with Aries women, and let me know in the comments about this as well, my Aries focus group, Aries women, oof, they've got to respect somebody, and the person has to seem like they know what they're doing. You know, like divine masculine, really, energy. Seem like they know what they're doing. Be able to lead, even though Aries is the Emperor. Eight of Swords. Okay, limitations. What are the limitations? Let's have a look. These are like mental limitations. Things that either are or aren't the case, are or aren't actually happening, but they're kind of happening in your head, which is happening enough, isn't it? That's so weird, because we were just saying about him. The Emperor. Okay. The thick plottons, as they say. Right. For some of you, there is a bit of a power struggle if you're in a relationship already. And this could also relate to friends, it can relate to family, it can relate to any relationship. We're talking particularly here about romantic relationships, but it can relate to friends and family. These two are both headstrong. We've got the Emperor, we've got the King of Wands. There's some strife in the middle, and there's some strife about who gets to lead. Now, this could be that there is like a quibble about the power base in a relationship, whether that relationship is new, whether it's one that you've been in for ages. Yeah, we get Temperance. I like that we get Temperance. Temperance is about evening out. So it's taking a whole load of yeses with a whole load of nos. It's taking black with the white. It's taking light with the dark. Let me just take one more card because I want to know. Yes, it is about that. Good. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Eight of Wands. Okay, communication. You and whoever this is, whether you haven't met them yet, whether you're already in a relationship with them, whether this is a friend, colleague, or a lover, there needs to be a conversation about maybe the direction it's heading in, but certainly who is leading and who is following. And of course, this can change. Sometimes you lead, they follow. Sometimes you follow, they lead. But at the moment, no one's comfortable with where it's at, okay? You've got some very, very lovely energy with the Ten of Cups coming up twice. There's nothing quick about it. There's no quick fix. It isn't even needed. It's not an urgent situation. It's just talking about the power balance. Because if the Eight of Wands comes up, and we've got the Eight of Swords, there is something that needs to be said that has not yet been said. And I feel like it's between these two. So I feel like it's between you and somebody else who, in power terms, is quite equal to you, actually. But it may be about how the behaviour is coming out. You know, what's being expressed between you. I think you both know, like you've sniffed each other out, you both know that you're kind of on a level with each other, but at the same time something sticks out at a bit of an angle here and it just needs to be sorted. The love cards that you get are Celebrate, Friendship, and imperfections. This is interesting because you know you got the Knight of Pentacles. You get the Knight of Pentacles when you're moving from a friendship to a relationship, or even the other way round. So there's something here about what do we mean to each other. Celebrate is like the 10 of Cups. It's like the whole other end of the spectrum. Weddings, celebrating with other people. I feel so great about this. There's the champagne that we were talking about. The friendship, for me, the friendship needs to be there. The Knight of Pentacles is saying in a relationship, after, you know, the snap of Knicker Elastic and all the rest of it, and the limerence, you know what it's like, 6 months of all that. It comes down to what my friend calls wet tights on the radiator. You settle down, you have to actually like each other. And imperfections. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace the imperfections. So I feel like there is just some jockeying for position here. And a need to be clearer about where you're at and what it means to each of you to be there, and how the path forward looks for you in order for it to be a successful relationship, whether it's friendship, romance, whatever. In the extended reading, I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at the 10 of Cups. What does it take for this to be happy? What is the best way forward? What is going on with the other person? How do they feel? How does that affect things? Is there anything hidden that we need to know about? Because I have a little feeling that there might be, and I'm going to use that deck for that. So if you want to join me for the extended reading, it's the first link in the description box. I'm going to go and do that now, Aries, and I will see you soon. Namaste.